Hello students, myself Mushir Ahmed. Now today I'm going to teach you another topic in history chapter Nationalism in India. Muslim response. In a previous video we discussed about the response of various communities like rich peasant and poor peasant, and also the response of Dalit communities. Now in this video we discuss about the Muslim response on civil disobedience movement. Some of the Muslim organizations were also lukewarm in their response to civil disobedience movement. Lukewarm in the sense not showing much interest towards civil disobedience movement of Muslim communities in an earlier stage. आज हम हिस्ट्री चैप्टर नेशनलिज्म इन इंडिया में मुस्लिम रिस्पॉन्स पर डिस्कशन करेंगे. Some of the Muslim organizations were also lukewarm in their response to civil disobedience movement. बहुत से Muslims organizations ने civil disobedience movement को serious नहीं लिया. Now the Muslims felt that the Congress is associated with Hindu organization like Hindu Mahasabha. You know that Hindu Mahasabha formally formed on 1915 by Madan Mohan Malvi and Savarkar. And Congress also formed on 27 December 1885 in Mumbai, Gokuldas Tejpal Sanskrit College, and the first president of Indian National Congress is Vimosh Chandra Banerjee. So Muslims felt that Congress is associated with Hindu organization. That's why difference generated between various communities. Relations between Hindus and Muslims worsened, leading to communal clashes and riots. Relationship between Hindus and Muslims become worsened, leading to communal clashes and riots. हिंदू और मुस्लिम कम्युनिटीज़ के बीच रिलेशन और ख़राब हो गए, जिसका रिजल्ट हुआ कम्युनल क्लैशेस और दंगे. Now the important difference were over the representation in the future assemblies, and that difference generated on the issue of representation in the assemblies of different communities. What ratio of representation in the assemblies of Muslims communities and Hindu communities? In between, Muhammad Ali Jinnah was willing to give up demand for separate electorates. He said that willing to give up the demand of separate electorate if assured received seats were there for Muslims. Give up their demand of separate electorate in that situation where some seats reserved for Muslim communities. You know that the separate Pakistan demand, the word Pakistan first time used by Chaudhry Rahmat Ali, the scholar of Oxford University, and the separate demand of state or country like Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Amar Jaikar of Hindu Mahasabha opposed the idea of Muhammad Ali Jinnah. They opposed the idea of separate electorate for Muslim communities. Now, when civil disobedience movement started, there was an atmosphere of suspicion and distrust between the communities. When the civil disobedience movement started in India, the suspicion and distrust relationship generated of both communities. In that situations, clashes between both communities generated, and the result of this, the weakness of civil disobedience movement due to their separate ideas related to civil disobedience movement. Both communities difference each others to participate in civil disobedience movement. Why? Because of that atmosphere of suspicion and distrust generated of both communities on that period. Why? Because of that Jinnah already demand for the separate electorate for Muslim communities, and Hindu Mahasabha opposed the idea of this. Also, Muslim felt that Congress is associated with Hindu organizations like Hindu Mahasabha. So in that situations, suspicion and distrust feeling generated between the both communities. Now that is the response of Muslim communities of civil disobedience movement. That's all.